A private investigator and former military and civilian law enforcement officer is hoping to add more protection for this line of business. Richard Brooks is president of the Professional Investigation Association. Brooks is pushing to get House Bill 713 passed through the legislature. It would require private investigators are licensed. As it stands now, anyone can start up a PI business, even convicted criminals.
This bill doesn't cover process servers or security guards or anything like that. This bill covers private investigators. But in Mississippi, you have to check them out because you don't know what you're getting.
Brooks says the public and most lawmakers are unaware this line of business is unregulated. He equates Mississippi with the Wild West when it comes to the private investigator business and says it's long past due for more stringent oversight.
And some lawmakers want all private investigators to have a license. House Bill 713 would require all private investigators to undergo background checks and pass a written exam. Representative Mark Baker authored the bill. So far, Mississippi is the only state in the Southeast to not require private investigators to be licensed. Advocates say this bill is really important and needs to pass.
This is important because you've got convicted felons running around as PIs. I mean, the person that cuts your hair has a license. The person that does your wife's nails has a license. But private investigators don't have to have anything but a pulse.
Now, the bill has died many times when it's been put before lawmakers. Today is also the last day for any bills such as this one to make it out of committees, or they could die.
Could a convicted felon be hired to watch you and your family?
Well, a new bill is looking to change that. News Channel 12's Parise Thomas tells us what House Bill 713 could mean for the state's private investigators.
There's no requirements. Beating heart is the requirement.
A requirement private investigator Richard Brooks is hoping will soon change with the Mississippi Private Investigation Regulatory Act, or House Bill 713.
The citizens have no way of judging the individual they're hiring as a PI's background, training, experience, ethics, nothing. I mean, you can walk out of prison and start your PI company in the morning.
Currently, there are no laws regarding private investigators being licensed in the state, but if a law is passed, that will all change. Everyone will have to meet certain requirements in order to become a private investigator.
Every PI is going to have to go through a background check. They're going to have to submit fingerprints. They're going to have so much experience.
Brooks says it's all about protection.
But the number one reason for this bill is to protect the citizens. They don't know what they're getting. I mean, it's the Wild West out here when it comes to PIs. Because there's no licensure, there's no background. So you could be hiring a convicted felon.
Parise Thomas, WJTV News, Channel 12.
Well, the bill has already passed the House and currently sits before a Senate Judiciary Committee.